Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris. This is our jump save. And yeah, we've looked at some things and we've kind of discussed it in the comments a couple of times. And I think I'm happy to pull the trigger. And that being with our 4-5-year-olds, I just don't feel like they're running great. And I mean, just basic novice races, are they going to be great ever? Probably not. Like on Barda, there isn't a ton to canvas. Again, there doesn't look to be like a ton there. Fahana doesn't look amazing either, but at least is like moving up and doing something. Is a little more consistent as well. Not as hit and miss as some of the other horses have been. And then Foxtrot Romeo, again, we're just moving into handicaps, but at least we are moving into territory. We have more distance with it. Um, Again, doesn't look amazing. None of these look amazing, and that's the thing. I don't think we're losing much. So I think Canvas and Gombada we can kind of get rid of and really shorten down to just the 6 horses we got. Walla, who again can be a little hit and miss, but at least we're moving into handicaps. Half Quand, I think, just has much better bars and jumping ability than a lot of those horses we just got rid of. There are 6-year-olds. We move up to 8 for Tata and Jura, who just looks like a demon. Um, so we're going to finish out his season and see kind of what that looks like. And then Pietzabar as our 4-year-old, who again doesn't look great. One thing is, I have basically been stacking horses over here that we can bring in too. So yeah, I kind of want to bring them all in and take a look at them as well. So I think I might as well do that. At this point, we just got rid of a bunch of horses. So Blueprint Diana is what? Diana Plan. Just similar-ish kind of name. If we need to rename, we rename. And then Waffle. Pedro. Okay, so cool. That does mean anyone underneath Piazza Bowery is just who we brought in, and it's this 7. So the 4-year-old then, to join Piazza Bauer is Waffle Pedre. And I think they look okay. Not much in the way of jumping ability yet, but they do look okay. I'm all right with that. Now, Josie, as a 6-year-old, I don't know whether to race them. Same with Underwater Praise, but they're definitely ending up in the breeding barn. Diana Plan, I think, goes into the breeding plan. Hash Weave is something that, again, I don't know right now. I don't really think we're going to race her this year. So really she could go into the breeding barn. And Agila Lavery, another one very similar. So yeah, I think if we do that, we do that, and then we've got a bunch of horses doing a bunch of things. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. So you're probably a 2. You're probably a 2-4. You might be a 2-6. You're probably a 2-4. Okay. Let's just see them. Kind of what's your at 4 6 years of age. Don't really want to go into a feature race. Don't really want to do flat racing. I think a novice hurdle is going to be an okay way of looking at this. And again, I think a little novice there. I think somewhere on sure. Little time in the future is fine. Make sure we're not double booking on days. And Waffle Pedra 2. So I think it's just kind of key to get a few runs out early on those horses. And we have just got rid of a bunch, but we've now brought in a good bunch. We'll kind of see what really Quand as well can do, because we've only just started sort of looking at her, but kind of test Josie, Parsons, and Praise as well, and see if we think they're racers. And again, feedback, please go back, pause on those, feedback on what you think they're like, and are they good enough? What kind of do we need to do with them? In your opinion, leave it down comment section below. But they might all just end up in the breeding barn next season. We run Wala, we run Tartan Jura as our two old kind of horses. See what they might be able to do next season. These four might go into the barn. And then I'd have the 2 5-year-olds, 2 4-year-olds, and maybe whatever we pull back out of the breeding barn and what's out the grass right now. I'm not entirely sure. But I do think it's worth kind of doing what we're doing here. So, yeah, we'll see. Got a bunch of 2 and 3-year-olds in the breeding barn we can look at. Like, there's another 4 horses there. So we'll figure out kind of the way we want to move forward. But I think that was kind of the important stuff early there. That brings us here to a little 2-6 novice for Foxtrot Romeo again. Not an amazing horse in some ways, but at least consistently winning at this level and showing that they can run. And that gives me hope for the future that they'll be, worth keeping around, basically. So, off to a decent enough start. We've got Celtic Remorse up the front with Shutterbug on the inside, Justinio on the outside, Lord Franklin, Way to Hot, Redbridge Fly in the middle. Back to us from Fox's Ambers and Chocolate Caramel right at the rear of the field. First jump, we're okay. We are last. We are behind some of the field, and we kind of jumped number 2 poorly there. Celtic Remorse still well out in front. We are the only horse not in picture. I'm going to adjust the camera in that case to see a little more of the field, just so we can see ourselves. We do need a few good jumps, I feel, to make up for the poor ones we've had, if we've got any chance of really coming through this. So far, a couple of pretty bad jumps and a couple of average jumps. Shutterbug is now last and detached by some distance, as we can see. We are just there, kind of sitting at the rear of the pack and waiting. Too bad, 5 OK from us. I'm going to keep us on screen, but reset the camera to be as far forward as it wants to be. Zoom in and touch. That's another OK jump, not a great jump. We're going to power on the outside then on the turn. Coming into the home stretch, the final sort of 3, we're going to take the lead. We jump okay, but not great. Are we really going to be able to win this without any good jumps whatsoever? Looks like it. Just completely put our foot down and got going. best horse in the field, nice and comfortable. I'd say two pretty bad jumps, another sort of not great. Um, yeah, three bad jumps in total. One wasn't super bad. The other two were pretty bad jumps, and then the others were just average at best. So like terrible jumps performance, but we absolutely blasted out. And I think for me, that's why I kept Foxtrot Romeo around. Because there was discussion, should it just be for Hannah? But I gotta be honest, like we're improving rating quite a bit, and we look good, and we feel good. We're consistently winning. Like for most of this year, we've been like first or second, which is kind of cool. 9 races and just been first or second in all of those back to back to back. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I can't lie, I'm pretty happy with that. The 3 before that, not so good. Okay, sure, but we kind of were off distance, so I think it might be time, or maybe wait until next season. But like getting Foxtrot Romeo a few more runs at 2-6 and start moving up, and kind of yeah, 2-6. Try out a few more impressive races, a few more handicaps. I think we'll be good there. I feel pretty good about the horse. I just don't know how they're going to develop over the next couple of years when they're in their prime, and if they can actually win anything, and if they can actually win like a graded race or a big feature race, a big money race. I'm not sure, but I think it would be interesting to find out. So, yeah, Halfquand, again, just a solid horse. I don't know truly how good it is or how bad it is. I know it looks like it would be a good horse, and it looks like it would be a solid breeder. So we're at Doncaster then. 2 110 yard Triple Eight Sport. Download the app. Class 3 handicap, up to 120 rating for 4-year-olds and older on the hurdle course. Little turf race course here. 8 to run. We will be the favourite. We're very lightly raced compared to others. We're going to tap the camera back a little and just not an amazing start to the race for our first hurdle, but not too bad. Halesia out to front with Byways Boy and Ebony's Song. Back to July Days Crinan Classic. Getting out jumped by us there as we move past them. The Silota, and Royal Wedding at the rear of the field. So we're just going to, again, hold a little bit. That was a solid jump from us. We move up a little bit into fourth. Right on the outside of July Days now. Coming up the inside, trying to keep their place. Kind of boxed in between them and Crinan Classic. Look like stablemates. Nobody's really jumping super poorly right now. Everyone's in touch at least. Coming down now then to the final half a mile. Couple of jumps from the end as we come round the turn. There goes Byways Boy. Half Quant not going yet. Another solid jump. Halesia seems to want to go. What has Half Quant got? Because as we come down now then to 1.5 furlongs, we've got one more to jump. Half Quant coming into second place, but quite some distance back on Halesia, the final furlong. Unless we've got a massive kick and a phenomenal jump, which we don't. It's us and Byways Boy just fighting here for the second place behind Halesia as they come through unscathed, untouched. Good run from them. Solid from Halfquand. Not amazing. Said we stayed on. trip suited well. Okay. Okay. I feel we ran okay. The track was completely wrong for us. The distance would have been a touch too much, but we did stay on. I feel that was a solid run though. Honestly, if we can keep finding races like that, if we can compete in those kind of races and not just stick to maidens and novices, I think I'll be fairly happy with 5 and 6 year olds in that way. And then we just move up to more feature races and kind of more prestigious races as we age through 6 and 7 and try and peak at 8. So I don't mind that. I don't mind that. I really don't feel like we can expect anyone to get distance for the Grand National yet. Still would love to run someone in it. But who's got the biggest bar right now? Underwater Praise is pretty high. Off of Pedro is kind of high. Known Josie. Yeah. A couple that could grow into it. Foxtrot as well. Couple need a jump or so, but Known Josie's actually the highest we've got. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on her. Like I say, keep booking, keep pushing, keep trying to find out where we are, what's going on, what kind of levels can we expect, and then, yeah, we'll move forward and see if there's any shot of putting them into the Grand National, maybe next year, maybe this year. I don't know. We are one of two cool horses, I thought, in the list. One is a little warm, but it's just a little 2-6 class 4 novice for 5-year-olds and older on the hurdles here at Stratford, I believe this is. Again, we're going to zoom out, move that mouse out of the way, get off OK. Solid initial jump, panic button, the grey moving towards the front with Blueberry Fizz and Island Mist in the same silks either side of them. Out to Clarabelle and ourselves. And then in the chasing pack, Hawkeye the New, Romantic Bedazzling, Trafalgar Road, and Space Quest just against the rail at the back. Very solid. And just keeping to the outside. Again, I think fairly good place overall. Kind of average jumping. Nothing out of the ordinary, and kind of with the feel too. Romantic and Space Quest now side by side at the back and detached. The rest of the field within touch. We've had a couple of like little boosts on jumps. We've had a couple of little, not stumbles, but just little slow ones. We're coming up to a mile marker. As we round the turn, we are leading at the moment. Still got another 4 to jump though. 6 furlongs from home. Hawkeye the New moving up past Blueberry Fizz and Panic Button. Panic Button really starting to fade a little bit. Space Quest has pulled up there. We're coming now around this turn in a minute. Ready to go. We jump that much better than Hawkeye the New. Island Mist and Space Quest are both out of this. Hawkeye the New and Bedazzling still in pictures. We cross that final furlong marker. Final jump. We don't stumble. We don't fall. We're going to push on now. Got about 3 lengths, 4 lengths to Hawkeye the New as we cross the line of Stratford. A very nice little 2-6 victory in their debut for Noun Josie. Field was kind of stretched out. I think if we're not in it and Hawkeye No wins, it still looks like a pretty normal race. So I'm going to say that we're definitely running well and probably better than the field by a little bit of a distance. So not sure how much better we are than novice racing, but we do seem a touch above novice racing. Maybe it's just the fact that we're 6 and they're 5. That could have an effect on it too. That could have an effect on it. Yeah, we definitely look like a 2-6. Possibly could get 3. That's kind of what I feel we're at in terms of stamina and distance. Ran a little freely as well. Okay. Okay. So yeah, there's definitely something to the horse. There's definitely something to this horse. Um, yeah, I just don't know where I'd run them right now. Um, Definitely some stuff at the end of the year. If I really wanted to test, there's a couple of nice races in Ireland. If I didn't want to go to Ireland, don't know if I want to push for graded races this year on them, and I don't know how they'd handle a trip to like Japan or even to France. Um, don't know. We could run at Aintree for the Grand National meet and not run the Grand National. Maybe. Maybe. The grade 3 handicap? Could be. Um, yeah. I think we're going to get killed in those. I think we're just going to get killed with Tatanjura. Um, yeah, let's get these couple of races out the way. We are fast approaching the end of the year. That's the only thing. And having these horses not be bred yet is a little interesting to me. Um, Another little 6-year-old. Again, just do we run? Do we breed? I don't know. Couple of laid back, and we're one of the 3. One is a little warm and excited. We're gonna go in the rain, and I do feel that 2 miles might suit us. We're gonna go to the inside, which I don't love, with a big pack, not at the front. We can easily get blocked in like we just kind of have there by Crossley and Morecambe Bay. Brave Battle and Just for Leo also out at the front. Celtic Boy just here with us in the dark green silks. Back to Je ne sais pas, King Cyrus, Ballet Tristram Maid, Sama Matoto, and Flamingo Flower. Um, yeah, don't love it. Don't love it. Not jumping well, not running well. Yeah. Well, that didn't quite go according to plan, if I'm honest. Yeah, okay. Um, it's a little 2 mile. It's a little novice. It's nothing crazy. I'm sure we would be a 2 mile. How refused to set? Was there a pink triangle? I didn't see a pink triangle. No, there was a huge blue triangle. Refuse to settle. I've never seen refuse to settle on a blue triangle. That's like language for a pink triangle. Huh. Like ran lazily and whatever. Yeah, sure, but like didn't settle. That's pink triangle. This is blue triangle. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Kind of threw me for a loop. That's fine. If that's what it is, that's what it is. I'll treat it the same as I would basically the pink triangle in that case. You know, didn't settle, etc. That's fine. Go to count mill. I couldn't stop myself in time. I couldn't stop myself in time. Underwater praise. Didn't win. Come second in a novice. Things looked okay. Fairly close in behind. Yeah, sure. Um, not the best, not the worst. Again, feel like that's absolutely kind of fine. Kind of fine. There we go. I think that's taking a long time. Was that 2 weeks? Maybe that was two. Um, should we get Deanna plant bread? Uh, yeah, 'cause this ends what April 29th. April 29th. So it's probably gonna shut down that first week of April. So this breeding to the 27th. This breeding to the start of April. That's it. Two of these just aren't gonna get bred with Plumbu. We're gonna run out of time. So we got to double up. We'll put Mickey B on the 2-year-olds. Plumbu can do the 3-year-old and the 10-year-old. And even then, it might be a little tight. Waffle Pedre. All the way to Australia for a little maiden hurdle. I mean, it is a maiden. We really don't really need to watch, but we're going to do it. Off to the front, dropping back a little reindeer tendron at the front. Rainbow Shambles. Magic Gamble. Pinseeker Sealy, Ashfield, Satalugi, Matanash, Nelson's Arca, and then Lighten Up and Transact Painted. Name the field. There we go. Who's the grey ahead of us? Ashfield and Magic Gamble on the outside. So that could be a little pocket that we get blocked in. Don't love that. There we go. We at least could maybe find our way. Ooh, Reindeer Tendron. Second place. unseated, and then of course that locks us in behind Magic Gamble again, and we do get blocked off here. And now we're gonna have to navigate around an entire field. We've lost like 6 or so lengths because of this. Yeah, this just ain't gonna go well. This ain't gonna go well. We're so far back on that. End up 19 back. Pinseeker just dominated. Maybe they win, maybe they don't, but like that was horrendous from us. That was absolutely horrendous for a maiden. Yeah. Um, maybe the distance wasn't quite right. I don't know. I don't think it was bad. It certainly didn't feel bad. Okay. So the last breeding that we're going to be able to do is likely this. So we're at least done with the breeding. At least I don't need to worry about that. So Tanjura's got the Aintree hurdle, I believe. Yeah, no, it's time to. No, it's time to think about this. What are we doing with now, Josie? Somewhere around 3. If I'm doing, if I'm doing that, do I go big or not? I mean, it's pretty much all features here, so I'm committing to run features. Um, but I don't know. I don't really know where and what I want to run. Stairs is nuts. Stairs is nuts. Yeah. So anywhere from the 7th through the 9th is Aintree. Okay. 7th through the 9th. Yeah. Um. Let's go for 3. Novice hurdle. It's gonna be really tough. Like, this gonna be really tough. Half quant. Yeah, 2-2-1. Somewhere on there. So I'm guessing then 2. Yeah, I don't mind that. While I guess 2-4 is all we've kind of got, and that's the Melling Chase, which I don't think we've got a hope in hell at, but we'll kind of book and run it. I'm just kind of booking Aintree really over the week or over the 3 days for the meeting. Um, 'Cause I think if we run this and then we run Puncheston in Ireland on like the 27th, 26th. Yeah. The 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th. Finish off the season there, not meeting. But we're going to book this meeting to meeting. So I don't love the Melling Chase. I don't think we got much of a chance of winning it, but it's a shot. It's a shot. So yeah, I mean, you are just a 2 miler. You're a 2 miler. What can we run that's not crazy for you? Probably that. Probably that. And then underwater praise. Again, that's like another 2-4 that I don't love. Big Bucks Manifesto. Sure. Sure. Um, Foxtrot Romeo at 2-6. Topham Chase. Fahana. A little 2-2. You can't run a 2-2 there, can you? Yeah, okay. What do we got? Ooh. Uh, yeah, that's gonna be. It's gonna be interesting. Red rum with jockey instructions, I guess. Um, I guess that's the only thing I can really do. I'm 2-6. Are you 2-6 though? Are you really 2-6? You don't feel like 2-6 to me. The Mersey Novice. And again, there's just gonna be nothing there. Da 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 da. Don't want to go to France. Kind of wanted to book everybody. at Aintree. Yeah. I think Waffle and Farhana need jockey instructions. Everybody else can run. Everyone else can run. Whether they should or not is a question mark of epic proportions, and your answer is pretty much across the board no. If we win more than 2 of these, I'd be surprised. I will say that. I'm going to save, just in case there's any crashes. We've got multiple races per day. We've got 3 today. We've got 4 tomorrow. We've got 3 the next day. Kind of making our home at Aintree. 2 mile, 4 furlong, Big Bucks Manifesto Chase. Let's see how we get out on this one. It's a G1, which to me would say it would be a graded race, but it's not in the game as a graded race. Class 2 novice, 5-year-olds and above. Your runner for this one will be Underwater Praise. And we are underway. Regional Council in Torrance City with start time Hanoverian Baron Venter's Door. Reginald Claude Surcat Ashdame and Neptune Equesta with already at the rear and a little bit distance Underwater Praise. Hanoverian hasn't jumped well. I didn't really see us too much. Reginald Claude has been unseated. We are so far back, is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Still got Regional Council and Torrance City in the lead here. A little bit back is start time with a poor jump. That cost them. They're back to the rest of the pack. And Neptune Equesta is ready, looking like they can go a little bit on the back stretch now. The first race of our Aintree meetings, Hanoverian Baron coming up really strong and then just gets completely taken out at that fence. Went too hard. We've pulled up with an injury. We are done. That is all she wrote there. Torrance City behind Regional Council. Start time. Now starting to make a move. Surcat in the mix. Neptune Equesta. Ashdame as well. But start time coming out with an absolute storming performance. Ashdame fighting up towards the line. Gonna get into second. Neptune Equesta in to third. Sustained an injury. Unseated and a faller. So one of each of the DNFs. We were never getting close to that one. Absolutely never getting close to that one. Tartan Jura, the Aintree hurdle. Such a bad idea. Such a bad idea. But, yeah, just like the Triple Crown races, this Aintree meeting, 7th through the 9th of April, this is where we're kind of focused in this save. And so it's worth running to see just where we're at. 2 mile, 5 furlong Aintree hurdle, class 1, grade 1, Tartan Jura. Not your favourite, our best horse, but by far not the best horse in this field. I'd be very shocked if we won this. In fact, I will be shocked if we finish higher than, how many runners? 9? Yeah, it looks like 9 runners. I'd be shocked if we finished higher than 5th. Or if we finish 5th. I'd be shocked if we were higher than 6th. So far, we are last by a few lengths. A Detached not jumping particularly well, not running particularly well. Rest of the field are kind of in the mix. Just want to keep us barely on camera so we can see us jump. But King Callium out at the front once more around the racetracks, dear friends. Once more. Hawk Mountain and Malibu Sun just ahead of the chasing pack of Elzam, rest of Fry, rerouted Sando and Green Lightning. Everybody coming. We're coming. We are coming with pace too. Not bad on the outside now. Jumping a little bit better than we had in the first half of the race. And coming into first place now. Still a long way to go. The Hawk Mountain detached at the rear. The rest of the pack kind of there. Here comes Malibu Sun dropping off to Sandor, jumping up to us. Rerouted Green Lightning, King Callium all in the mix to from home. We're going to start to go now. Oh, what a poor jump from us. Green Lightning absolutely storming through. Probably would win anyway. But that last jump was so bad for us that I think it cost us a shot at that. And I did not have us coming second. I did not believe that was going to happen. Tanjura might have just had the best result of their career, of our young stables. And if that's a good jump, like, and Green Lightning has a poor jump at the last, rather than us having a bad jump and them having a good jump, is that enough to turn around 3 furlongs? Probably. One fence away from beating the favourite, a 171 rating horse coming into this. And Tatanjura just so close. Just so close. Wow. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Did not expect that. Is that a surprise? Who had Tanjura coming second or competing in the Aintree hurdle? Because not me, Chief, not me. We're the highest rated horse in this field. That makes us the highest weighted. We're the youngest. I don't know. I don't know. But race 3 of 3 for today. We've had an injury, but probably last place anyway. Then we've got a magnificent second that could have been a little bit more. And a 2-mile red run chase, class 1 grade 3 handicap. Vahana will run and jockey has instructions. Do not trail. Challenge earlier. So far we are trailing and Sea Nymph is unseated at the first. And we are going to go straight to the back of the pack. Not really great there. No Greater Love has just pulled up with an injury. Look for Love at the back. Wow, Roe Valley unseated. This is a brutal race so far. Absolutely crazy. Look for Love with the flow. Up to Absolute Fun and Harry Buckle and Kazim just out in front. And now we can get blocked off against the rail. We love that. We love that. We need to kind of go to the outside. We do go to the outside. Okay. We got a little bit of a shot. Do not trail is not working. This might just be a very fast field and we can't get where we want to go. That challenge earlier is going to be a bit interesting, but Kazim is going for this. Look for Love, distant in second. The rest of the field all the way back. Fahana making a little bit of a movement up. Last jump's okay. As they come towards the line, Kazim from Look for Love, Absolute Fun just stays up on Fahana. Fourth in that little grade 3 feature race at Aintree. Off distance. I don't hate it. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. And that kind of puts us in an okay spot. Underwater Praise, you can't really judge the run too much, but didn't seem to be great. Fahana, solid run. Probably as much as we could have hoped for in those circumstances. Tanjura, fantastic. Almost just phenomenal. Pulled muscle, 2 weeks off. You probably done for the year. We can still breed. Okay. That's fine. They're done. They haven't shown anything great, and we'll just reevaluate next season anyway. 4 runners today. Stuff at the auction, but nothing super interesting to me. All the hay goes to Lunar Limelight. Race at Wexford, and then Waffle. Pedra also needs Don't Trail. Challenge earlier instructions. Like, we shouldn't be in this field. This field is way too good for us. Even though it's just a novice, it's a class 2 race. It is a feature. A couple of Irish horses, a French horse as well. But yeah, we don't know this field. We don't know the quality. The race, kind of a mix between something we should run and something we should get hammered in. And I feel that the fact that it's a feature race has brought over a couple of good horses from Ireland and France and attracted a good domestic field, which are all going to be better horses than us. So even though if it wasn't a feature, we'd be okay, the fact that it is might prove our undoing. 6th place, maybe 7th. Kind of what I'm expecting, but we're off to a decent start with Wyndham Wave and Forks on our outside. Up to Certos behind Sleepy Blue Ocean and our leader Emirate Isle. Behind us, Final Liberation, Flavius Victor, El Libertador, and State General. Bit of a poor jump there at number 4. Not good at all. That's kind of a big setback for us. We've lost like 5, 6, 7 lengths on that. And we're fighting now to keep in this. State General is way back there, but not good. I wonder if we kind of hurt ourselves a little bit there, if the horse just took a little knock. Forks is going to go for this. I believe that's the French horse, Forks. Sleepy Blue Ocean, sticking with them, now dropping off. Wyndham Wave slowly coming into this, but Forks, Sleepy Blue Ocean, Wyndham Wave ahead of Final Liberation, and Certos, El Libertador, Flavius Victor, Emirate Isle. We do finish, and we finish ahead of State General. But yeah, absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. Just the worst jumping. Horse could have settled better. Really? Was that another blue did not settle? Is that what it was? Another blue did not settle? Okay. Well, it is what it is, I guess. Waller in the Melling Chase. Yeah. Yeah, I've always had this down as our second best horse. And, yeah, one of the originals. One of the ones we start the game with, Plumbo and Waller. Plumbo couldn't race, had to go into the barn. Bred well this season. We'll see what the falls are like. Waller is here, racing, doing okay, but not great. This is a huge step up for them. And then in the meantime, when Plumbo went into the barn, we had Tanjura come in and become our number 1 horse, so Waller still stayed number 2. It's been kind of an up and down journey. This is going to be a huge test. Huge test. 2 mile 4 furlong Melling Chase. Class 1, Grade 1 race. Waller runs. Mr. Chocolate Drop leading us out early. And there comes Linthal Fox, Camber Bay, Lady Gabriel, well regarded, Karama, and ourselves a little bit behind the chasing pack right now. But everyone is really tight and everyone around everyone. A nice jump from us there at 4. Feel like we're a little bit behind where I want to be, but not a bad jump at 5 either. Looks like we're at least gonna jump okay. Lethal Fox just Lethal going well. Looks like we got a couple of fallers there though. At 7 maybe. Caravan Lady Gabrielle. We jump 8 okay. Halfway in terms of the jumps. Mile 2 left to run as we're coming now onto the back stretch. Currently in 4th. Only 5 runners here. That was a poor jump there from us though. Now you can see the effort to come up. Kiama Bay with a jump up right alongside the leader. Now we do the same alongside Well Regarded. Fighting for 3rd, both moving up. 5 from home. Both jumping okay. Looks like we're going early. A little bit early. And now it looks like we're falling off the pace there and just holding our position. We're all in there. Fox is still in the lead. We are running okay here. Do we have anything in the final jump, the final furlong? Looks like a little uncomfortable jump. Well Regarded from deep. Kiama Bay is right there. We're going to run out of room. Lethal Fox kind of dominates, kind of takes it. But in 2 of the biggest races that we've run at Aintree, with our 2 best horses, both came 2nd, both realistically had a shot. One jumped poorly at the last, one jumped poorly kind of like 2 or 3 before the last. And kind of really had to fight and ran out of steam. Do we deserve to win either? No. Could we have won either? Yes. Could we have run either without the winner running or at least jumping one more fence poorly? No. So for the runs they did, they probably win anyway. But we were very, very close. And I thought we were a mile away. But Wilder and Tatanjura were not a mile away. Huh. Huh. Okay. Topham Chase, 2 mile 6, grade 3 handicap. Foxtrot Romeo to run on the inside there. Dubai Celebration Ultimate Limit go out to the front, then Chief Yeoman ahead of us with a bunch of horses. Leela just got unseated at the 3rd? No, the 2nd. I was going to say, I think that was way earlier in this race. Poil to Dream and Peshawar right in the mix on screen. The grey is the last one we can see on screen currently. In 4th, we're going to just see ourselves in the field a little bit more. Solid jump at 5. Not great at 6, but not bad. Okay again at 7. Currently running 5th. Peshawar drops back a little bit. Joins us on the chasing pack. Dubai Celebration Ultimate Limit are still there fighting for the lead. Dubai is out in the lead right now. Contiguous pulls up with an injury. Poil to Dream is still there in 3rd. Coming up to a mile from home. There goes Mad Moose, Chief Yeoman, and Leela all unseated over this race. Contiguous pulling up with an injury. We still have like 8 runners, I think. Ultimate Limit, the grey, they're pushing on. We're going to come back at it. We got Ultimate Limit and Poil to Dream fighting for that 2nd place right now. Dubai Celebration is going up. Here comes Big Zaf. We are falling down the order very slowly. Our race is with Ocean Countess, and we're doing well there. Half a furlong to go. Big Zaf streaking clear. Pushing out. They get up. Poil to Dream back to Ultimate Limit and Dubai Celebration. We were closing the gap. It felt like we could maybe in the next half a furlong to a furlong possibly even push up towards top 3. But yeah, just too much pace, too much quality. Early jumping was a little sticky. It was. Not bad run. Not good run, obviously, but not bad run. And then the only horse I think next season might be in the realms of running the Grand National in terms of stamina. Probably likes 3 miles. We're kind of a little beyond that right now. Got a very unsettled and an unsettled horse. We got a bunch of Irish horses coming in. But the best horse in the field, top rated, is one that is unsettled. So what do? I don't know. That's why we run the races to find out. The Sefton Novice Hurdle 3 mile, 110 yard little G1 Class 2 Novice. And they're off and running. First jump nice and early, cleared easily there alongside Explorer, where behind Prince Apollo has taken over this lead. Also in the field, Wild Geese, Tama, Navajo, Rainbow, Dick Rains, Forest Fantasy, Pequeño Diablo, and Royale. Very, very decent names. I like some of those a lot. Yeah. Not really too much in the way of good, bad jumping. The field's shifting quite a lot, but really we're just in behind Prince Apollo with Explorer and Tama behind us, and everyone's kind of just holding at the front, and then in the pack things are changing. Tama with a poor jump, sending them back a little bit. Dick Rains now coming up the inside with a good jump, but Tama comes back with a good jump to take 4th place once more. Navajo Rainbow, the last horse you can see on camera. Little hint of Royale there for a moment as we turn the corner. Still Prince Apollo from Noun Josie, Explorer, and then Tama, the front 3 with a little bit of distance. That's a poor jump from us in a way. Explorer with a good jump, and now all of a sudden we're down to 3rd. We're inside the final mile. Explorer jumps well, gets up on the leader for a moment. Gonna keep ourselves in place. Got a long turn to run here. Prince Apollo starting to make a little move or two. Explorer doesn't really do too much. Now they're gonna kick on. There's Stablemare Forest Fantasy with all the pace in the world. There comes Pequeño Diablo as well. Are we gonna be able to get up to 3rd place? Dick Rains coming in from deep. Explorer from Forest Fantasy. Dick Rains, Royale taking 4th. And we get pushed down to 5th. The Irish came. The Irish conquered. The back 2 horses with the wound up ones, as kind of expected. Yeah. Not great for us. Could have come 3rd. Just couldn't quite get there. And Paul Nolan, what a day. Forest Fantasy behind Explorer, taking the 1-2. Those Irish horses coming up big. Yeah. So 9 for Waffle Pedre. Kind of what we expected to happen. Josie and Foxtrot in 5th. Respectable. Not great, but respectable, and could have been a lot better. Fahana in 4th is good enough. And then Tatanjura and Wala almost coming in with massive prizes that we just didn't foresee. Everybody running a feature race in Aintree over 3 days. And after day 2, Waffle Pedre is the only one who finished outside the money. Parsons' Duty is an interesting one. Really don't know how they're going to get on. Piazza Bar, Half Quant, kind of hit and miss at times as well, but I think they'll run okay. We had one pull up with an injury that probably would have been definitely outside the top 5, I would say. So, two outside the money, 5 in the money, including 2 second places in massive, massive races. The Melling Chase, just phenomenal. Phenomenal run. And then the Aintree Hurdle, phenomenal run. Yeah, let's just see the final 3 then. Piazza Bar. What are we gonna do with you? 2 mile 5 furlong Mersey Novice Hurdle, G1 Class 2 Novice race. We start at the front of the pack. We're gonna stay up there for right now. Devon Extra Bold and Lindsay's Dream with us as we drop back a little bit now into the field. Shahone and Bluegrass Cat pass us. We're there with Dusty Jane. We're there with Amjad Fable, Touch and Love, Puka's Daughter, Lady Lynx, all behind us. We're in this chasing pack of 4, Bluegrass, Shahone and Lindsay's and ourselves. Extra Bold on the outside, just behind Devana. Not a great jump from them, giving up some leeway. We're okay. We're against the rail. We can get blocked off, but we're not jumping poorly. We're not jumping well. We're just kind of holding position right now as the field gets strung out a little bit. Lindsay's Dream alongside us. Dusty Dane just in behind. Looks like we could form a little pack here with Shahun. And we'll see. That was a poor jump from us, though. We drop back. Bluegrass Cat also jumping back. Lindsay's Dream with a nice jump and uses that to catapult right up in behind Davina and Extra Bold, our leaders. Dusty Dame, Bluegrass Cat, and now Shaheen all up there. Piazza Bar falling dramatically to the rear. Their race is pretty much done. There's 6 at the front right now with a 7th coming strong. Touch and Love. There they go. 7 in the running, 1.5 down to the final furlong. Now we see who's really up for this. Devana with a lovely run. They're going to take it from Dusty Dane. Bluegrass Cat with the pack ahead. And just ahead of Lady Jinx is Piazza Bar at the back. Yeah. Could have settled better. We're getting a lot of blue triangles, and we're getting a lot of settle betters. And there's really nothing you can do if you get a triangle at race day. It's too late to change anything. You can't do anything about it. You're just gotta accept it. So any of the pink, light blue, red, or dark blue, yeah, you kind of live and die by it. We got another one here. Let's see what we got. Mad Hull Novices Chase. G1 Class 2 Novice Race. Over 2 miles. Parsons Duty didn't run particularly well in their first outing. Possibly see the same here because of that triangle again. Alongside Super Krusty and Dickler's Oscar. Addictive Dream is in the mix with Biography as well on this near side. We jump number 4 pretty poorly. Dubara Reef at the back. Roscoe Breeze leads by a few lengths. We're dropping back. Us and Super Krusty now detached from the 3 chasers. They kind of get up into the mix. Good jump, bad jump, good jump, bad jump. Dubara Reef was unseated, I think, at 6. And that gives us last place as the front 5 are all in touching distance of one another. But we're going to come up on the outside of Biography. Oh, we jump really poorly at 10. Really poorly. It's going to take some going now to get up here. Dickler's Ocean, that dark grey up into first place. Addictive Dream trying to stay with them. Coming back at them now into the final furlong. Super Krusty and Rocco Breeze, 3rd and 4th just ahead of us. We got Biography right next to us as well. Looks like we're going to get up into 5th place here. That will probably be all we can do to hold on. Biography last, Rocco Breeze just in behind us. Not the best of races. Not the worst of races, not the best of races. Super crusty. Didn't quite get up. And Dickler's An Addictive Dream again. Doing quite well. It didn't feel comfortable. It didn't feel nice. It didn't feel right. Oh my god. I forgot how many run in the Grand National. Let me pick a horse. Is there a silk I like? Is there a silk I like? Above the Stars, maybe. Above the Stars and Tamania. Above the Stars, Tamania. Yeah, I was going to say my money, and then I was like, oh, I can actually put money on. My money's on Above the Stars. Don't know why you haven't analyzed it. Like the Silks, like kind of where they're in the betting. And yeah, like the name a little bit. If I was looking just form-wise, Keriog Valley, a little difficult for me to pronounce that, but they could be someone that's coming out this with form. Abbey Minster, very much could be another one. They've got a grade 3, which is the highest grade out here. Cosmic Sun falls or comes second. Surely one to watch as well. Free World falls a lot, but seconds and thirds. A lot of seconds there for Kekibuku. Yeah, if I was analyzing this, I would say Abbey Minster, depending on this little blue triangle, and Keriog Valley as the best Irish horse for me. And this is why you don't bet, kids, because we're still looking for them. Tamania was 27th. We didn't go for those. Here's Above the Stars. 32nd. Pulled up with an injury. Keriog Valley fell at the 6th. And Abbey Minster fell at the 5th. See, of 37, 21 finished. 16 of 37. That's nuts. That's like 45% of the field. Like, we're unseated. Yeah, we got 5. So we got 6 fallers. Yeah, 6 fallers. 1 injury. And then what, 9 unseated, I guess? But Free Will just won the lottery there. And that's what it is. It's a lottery at the end of the day. Yeah, if it somehow comes up for auction, I don't mind looking at them, Cosmic Sun and Sarah, just because they did well. And Abbey Minster, Keriog Valley, I would want to kind of see as well. Because I had highlighted those. So, okay, and I think this is our last race. Half Quant. Doesn't look like we've got a triangle. Don't know the field. There's a grade 3 in here, who will be your favorite. And then Lonely Heart just in behind them. Okay, not bad. Timberoa in 4th favorite is the horse, which is cool. So I don't know. If I'm reading it, it looks like we maybe have a shot here. A little 2-mile, 110-yard Pinsent Mason's handicap hurdle. Class 2 handicap for up to 150 rating. 4-year-olds and above. Lonely Heart will be your favorite. The camera side, this large field. I think it's like 21 runners, if I'm not mistaken. So being on the outside is always pretty good. That was a terrible first jump from us. Oh my god. To be honest with you, I thought we'd fallen. I really did think we'd fallen. Residence and Spa up in the lead from Save Sand, Gold Rules, and Curlis River. Then it's the pack. The large pack, and so much changing, so many horses. All I know is Half Quant is only ahead of Where's Carol and is settled inside behind this large pack, which means our race is done. 100% our race is done unless something miraculous happens here. But save your sand up in behind the leader. We have gained Gold Rules. You're going to be lucky in second. Brook. It looks like the field is rearranging. The chasing pack's falling. Cullis River. Here comes into Dab, I guess. Gold Rules. You're going to be lucky. The 3 going for this right early. Gold Rules falling back, though. Inside the final furlong, you're going to be lucky. Into Dab. And Thaler up. Lonely Heart did fall. Quant didn't do too badly from the position we were in, but just some bad running. Never had a shot and end up 14th. The fact that 14th is not bad kind of says a lot. It does kind of say a lot. Gonna go then for the 15th for breeding. I'm gonna throw Half Corned in because they just don't seem to be running great. And I'm gonna put Waffle Pedra out to grass. Those are gonna be the 2 things I really want to do right now. Duty to breed, maybe. Yeah, we can't breed from Quan, so we're gonna return them back to the stable. Yeah, not bad time at Ascot, really. Like some okay runs, some poor runs, that's for sure. Like Piazza Bar, Half Quant, and who was it? Underwater Praise, who pulled up with an injury. So yeah, bad runs there. Josie, Foxtrot, Duty, Fahana, okay with 4th places. Not the end of the world. And then Wala in the Melling Chase, Tanjura in the Aintree Hurdle, phenomenal. But that is where we're going to leave things. Thank you very much for being a part of this. I do appreciate it. Leave your comments. What do you think? What about next year's Grand National? Do we have a shot with anybody? Can we win grade 1s with Tanjura and Wala? Let me know, comment section down below. Like, comment, subscribe, check out the playlist on the channel and the memberships. I appreciate all the support as always. But that wasn't as bad as it could have been. That was a fun run. I hope you enjoyed it. I did. I'll see you back here next time very soon for more jumps, more lumps, and hopefully a couple of wins. Till then, take care, stay safe. All the best to you. And may you wish for a great horse that can challenge for the Grand National. I don't think we're there, but we're possibly closer than I thought, so who knows? See you next time, folks.